Hi, this is Paul Davids, reporting to you from in the middle of nowhere, Arizona. I'm in a car, answering your Instagram questions. So without further ado, let's start right away. Question number 1. Paul, I've broken up with girlfriend, and guitar playing reminds me of her. What should I do? Use your guitar in finding a new girlfriend, because as we all know, the guitar attracts the ladies, doesn't it? Not too sure about that, but shredding does. Shred a lot. Next question. Acoustic or electric? Both. Favorite John Mayer song? Slow Dancing in a Burning Room and Gravity. How do you keep your beard so nice and fluffy? Well, actually, I'm somewhat being sponsored by a beard brand. They send me a bunch of free stuff every once in a while. How much do you think your beard affects your YouTube popularity? I don't know if I would have been less popular without, because, man, I'm awesome without a beard too. Will the Learn, Practice, Play course will reopen soon? Well, actually, we're thinking of opening it again in March or April, so that's gonna be awesome. Next question. What motivates you to make YouTube videos? It's so much fun to make, that's the first thing, because I just love publishing videos and creating them. And the best thing is you start with nothing. You start with an idea in your head. In a few days, or even if you're really fast, in a day, can end up in just a full product, a YouTube video that later that evening people can see and enjoy and watch. And that is super, super awesome to do. Next question. What's the most important thing you can do to constantly improve guitar playing? Acoustic guitar playing. Love your fit. So I think that's for most people a really difficult thing, because improving is what makes it fun. But sometimes it's hard to keep on improving. And really what always makes me better is just finding new inspiration, playing the songs, playing a lot of songs, figuring stuff out, and just practice until you get it down. The more you play, the better you become. The more songs you learn, the easier you will learn. That's it. Next question. What's the best guitar you've ever played? That's got to be my Collings OM2H. The thing just keeps on growing and growing, getting better and better, and it's really amazing to see how awesome that guitar is. And sometimes when I haven't played it for a month and I pick it up again, I'm like, whoa, this thing sings. It really sings. It surprises me every time. Next question. What do you think about John Frusciante? I love him. Amazing sound, real characteristic guy. What's the best practice routine? Stuff that makes you grow fastest. And for everyone that's different. To be honest, I really haven't got a practice routine myself. I always work to get job done. Is it you who direct your videos? The intros are really, really awesome. Yes, it is. It's me, Paul Davids. What advice will you give to upcoming musicians? How can they make a career or a living? Know a lot of people prepare stuff you do so you do it good. You make a good impression, and you can only make an impression once. If you mess up a show, everyone in the band probably won't ask you again for another gig. And also, a player that's been fun to hang out with. Next question. Can I ask your height? You can. 1 meter and 87 or 88 centimeters. A song that you're still not able to learn, even after trying hard. Well, is it a song? It's from Crossroads with Steve Vai and Ralph DiMacchio. There is this epic guitar piece. I have played it like 5 times. I've given it 5 attempts, I think, in my life. And I came very close, but I think before I really nailed it, I always just threw in the towel. I don't like it, but I love it. I hate it, but it's good. It's awesome. Is it possible to be a great guitar player without knowledge in music theory? So, man, nowadays, if you're really a good guitar player and you start your own band and you acquire musicians around you, it is possible you don't know music theory and be a great guitar player. But if you want to be a guitar player, a versatile guitar player, and you want to be asked for bands, I think it's really difficult if you don't know any theory. You aren't able to communicate with different musicians easily. So people won't ask you again if they got trouble explaining their ideas or their songs to you. If you're a musician, you need to work with people. You need to work along with them. If you speak the same language as them, It's way more easy. Music theory is good. Music theory is good for me. How long should an acoustic guitarist wait before buying an electric guitar? You shouldn't wait. What advice would you give a self-taught guitarist for consistent progress? Learn a whole bunch of songs. Play in a band. Record yourself. Learn music theory. Practice a lot. Practice every day. You'll get there. If you could have one, fuzz, overdrive, or distortion,
what would you pick? Definitely overdrive.
How important is the gear? Less important than everyone thinks, but still very fun. What's your story behind beginning guitar? Well, first year in high school, age 11, 12, a few of my mates started a band and they needed a bass player. So I said, I'm gonna be a loser in the band. I said, yeah, I wanna be the bass player. So went to the store, bought my first bass guitar, an Ibanez, very old second-hand bass guitar. And I started playing bass. We played Millencolin, Blink-182, but then I figured, playing guitar is way more fun than bass. Expensive amp or expensive guitar? If you really have to choose, I would advise split the difference and buy a somewhat decent amp and a somewhat decent guitar. But other than that, expensive guitar, I think, because that's the thing you feel in your hand. It may not sound better, but it's so personal. Yeah. Whoa, what happened? Well, my battery died. What are your tips for someone who wants to start a YouTube channel to teach skills? The biggest tip is start right now. I remember making my first videos on a cheap Sony camera, a Chinese action cam, and my smartphone for side angles. So it doesn't matter what equipment you got, just start using it. And if you feel like you need something new, you will buy it. What's the best tip you can give someone who wants to be like you? Like me? Do you have any good exercises to build thumb independence when fingerpicking? Well, yes, I do. I gotta say, I was a lousy fingerstyle player once, and that is why I started making fingerstyle videos, because I really liked the style, but I wasn't able to play a single song. So what really helped me is old fingerstyle blues songs, especially the very easy basic one. They all feature the independent thumb picking technique, the doom, 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 doom. How to start a YouTube channel like yours. It's so perfect. Well, thank you. Well, I gotta say, it wasn't perfect. It's still not perfect, but it was way more terrible than it is today. So you learn while you go along. That's really the thing about making videos. I haven't got a proper education in doing videos, so I just learned everything by doing it. And I just want my next video to be better than the previous one. Although I think this video isn't gonna be better than my previous one, because I'm in a car in the middle of nowhere in Arizona. Next question. What's the hardest technique to learn on guitar? So as I just said, for me that was just fingerstyle playing. The first 6-7 years I really didn't play fingerstyle at all. Have you been to Canada? Yes. What was your dream job when you were a child? So when I was a child, YouTube didn't exist. Am I that old?
Yes.
I'm that old. But if it would have existed, it would probably be my dream job. In all seriousness, I remember when I just started out playing guitar, when I was watching my heroes on stage, thinking, how on earth can you play that? I figured that one day it would be cool if people looked at me the same way. And now, seeing all the comments of people requesting tabs, I pretty much nailed it. What is your favorite guitar solo? So many, but let me just say, Ice by Camel. What was your biggest aha moment on guitar? Or in live? Whoa, big question, my friend. So, on guitar, well, I remember in high school, 13 or 14, I learned that every group of notes, doesn't matter, has a chord name. So what me and a friend used to do is draw up a tab, 6 strings, and on each string we would just write a random number corresponding a random note. And then the other one should name the chord. So we get all these crazy chord names, but it was fun and we learned a lot from that. And in live, well, I like the saying by James Taylor, or whoever said it first, the secret of life is enjoying the passing of time. And that is what I've been trying to do. How can I be a professional guitarist? Suggestions. Earn money with playing guitar. What's your favorite guitar tuning? I love this one. E-A-D-G-B-E. It's awesome. Your proudest video on your YouTube channel. I think the Neon video came out pretty well. What was your first album you ever had? Also, what was your first concert? Well, my first album, I remember buying this one. It's the first Iron Maiden album ever. I think it's self-titled, Iron Maiden, Iron Maiden. Oh man, I listened to that thing a lot back in the day. I think I was 11 years old or something. Crazy good album. I love it, still love it. And your first concert, I think it's a band called De Heideroosjes, which was a Dutch punk rock band. Yeah, great times in Bibelo, Dordrecht. Represent, bitch. When are you coming to New Zealand? Well, if you invite me, of course. Advice. When there will be a time when I will feel demotivated or not progressing in guitar. Listen to new music. Find a great album. And then you want to play the songs on it. And those will unlock new motivation for you, hopefully. How can I practice string muting while playing Can't Stop like Frusciante? I actually made a video about this technique and it's called The Technique That Changed It All. Well, not everything. I think that's the title. I'll have a link over here. Is learning sheet music essential to mastering the guitar? No. Do you ever have those days where you don't have the feeling, motivation to play? If so, how do you cope with that, I think? Well, I gotta be honest, I have those days for sure. And I don't play. I just don't play them at the time. And I feel good about it because if you don't feel like doing something, don't do it. It comes back pretty quickly, I gotta say. But skipping a day once in a while is definitely not bad. If it's a longer period of time, I suggest you start looking for new inspiration. Is there a trick to mastering the thumb slap technique like used in Neon? Yes, sure there is. I made a video about this too. It's linked over here. It's called Learning the John Mayer Slap or something. Favorite compressor pedal? I really like the Kali 76 by Origin Effects. Great versatile pedal, super high quality. We all love music. However, does making a living by music change the way you feel about it? It sure changes the way you feel about it, and I think that's a good thing, because if it's your career, you should be careful not to spend too much time on things that aren't beneficial for your career. You gotta treat it like a real job, but don't spend too much time on stuff that won't get you any further. Be serious and strict about it. So no time for messing around. Are you related to PewDiePie? Well, I think you can tell, right? No, I'm not. Are you going to make a course for intermediate advanced guitarists in the future? Yes, I will, for sure. Just keep on watching the channel and you'll know, I'm sure. How do you learn new songs? First, listen to it. Second, transcribe it. That could be by slowing it down or just listening to it real good, practice it until you are able to play it technically. And that concludes today's Q&A in a car in the middle of nowhere, Arizona. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please click the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Cheers.